7:11, time for another edition of Tech File. Chris Abel, our tech journalist, is joining us right now. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. I've got really cool things to share.
I know. I'm looking at this ultrasound 3D printer. So explain this to me. So it's what's going on exactly?
This is a 3D printer that can operate inside your body.
Wow.
So the idea here is that we're talking about what would normally be an implant. You have to have surgery in order to have a plastic barrier or shield placed inside your body. It could be for a hernia, it could be for a wound, and then you have to be sealed up. What they've done at the California Institute of Technology is say, okay, no surgery needed. We don't need to cut into you. Instead, all we'll do is inject a special fluid into your body. And then when we hit your body with ultrasound, that causes the fluid to thicken and become a usable gelatin. It's not hard like plastic, but it's strong enough that with the ultrasound, you can form it into different shapes. So you can now create scaffolding for a wound, for example, to help a wound to heal. You can create that barrier for a hernia that you may have had, that kind of thing. The great part is that now, because this is being created inside your body, there's no surgery involved to put it there, but there's also no surgery needed to remove it. Because once the implant has served its purpose, rather than trying to remove it through surgery, they can actually inject a chemical that will dissolve it back into a gelatin, and you simply just pee it out.
What?
Isn't that crazy? So no surgery involved. You get the implant to be able to do what's needed. Fantastic. And what I love is that the scientists have had a lot of fun experimenting to see what's possible. So they're thinking, like, how complex can these structures be that we can create inside your body? And they've had fun creating little tiny structures. They've created little stars, little pinwheels, little teardrops. It's like, are these surgeons or 13-year-old girls?
I was going to say, I think they have too much time on their hands. Okay. But so what are they saying safety-wise? Like, I mean, I know this is the brave new world, if you will, but obviously they're testing this out.
They are testing it out. It's early stages. They've been testing it on rabbits and mice, and so far it's been very successful. They'll have to go on to human clinical trials. But in terms of safety, it's fairly easy. A lot of the materials that are in use, ultrasound, of course, is well tested on human beings. But the fluid itself, the ink and the markers, this is something that's been used before. It's just simply a case of being inspired by 3D printing, which works in plastic in the real world, and we're going, oh, wait, this is something we can do in medicine.
I love that. I love that. Okay, your next story terrifies me just a little bit because it involves some people being suspended in the air over Niagara Falls. Please explain what's going on.
So this is a new flying theater. This is a new innovation in Canada, only in Canada, and it's at Niagara Falls. And it may seem weird because this is happening right next to the Horseshoe Falls in Niagara Falls. You've seen the actual falls, and if you've ever been to Niagara Falls, you know they've got some great observation decks and stuff like that. You can see it, but it's still from a distance. So now when you step into this theater, they're going to showcase an aerial photography tour of the falls. So they've sent out drones, they've sent out aircraft to be able to take in beautiful swaying motion of the falls, going over the falls, around the falls, through the falls, in the falls, all that kind of fun stuff. The cool part is that when you get into this theater, they've got a large dome screen to have this big, beautiful IMAX-like experience. The twist is that when you sit on the seats are not bolted to the floor. Instead, the seats are in a suspended gondola. So the entire theater is now suspended in the air, and it moves, and it sways in tandem and synchronized to the movements of the camera in the movie, that kind of stuff. And then, if that's not enough, they actually have wind machines, so that as you're swaying, you're being hit with gusts and tufts of air. And then on top of that, mist machines. You now have little droplets of water that are spraying on you, like the spray of the falls itself. And then finally, my favorite, scent machines, so that it can give you the smell of the falls at the same time that you're flying through the air.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like an amusement park ride, but it is really, this is the new movie experience, if you will. I mean, this is terrifying. You know what? We'll let you go first, and then you can report back if you survive.
Thank you.
You'll report back. Okay, and now what are we talking about? These are new glasses that are AI, descriptive AI. To explain this to us.
So Meta, the company that owns Facebook, a couple of years ago came out with a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses. These are sunglasses that are connected. You can talk to the glasses, and you can ask the glasses, because they have built-in cameras, to record a short video from your perspective or what you're seeing with a photo. Well, for Global Accessibility Awareness Day this week, they are releasing an update that's rolling out. So anyone who currently has a pair of Meta Ray-Ban glasses, you can look forward to an update coming. It's going to go to some people 1 week and some people another week. And this update will now allow you to ask your glasses, what am I seeing? And the assistant is going to do its best to describe what it sees through the cameras. The computer will tell you if there are trees in front of you, the pathway that's in front of you, whether it turns left or whether it turns right. It'll identify machinery. Is that a tractor on your right? What I love is that even inside your home, this works. So you can ask it, what am I looking at on my kitchen counter? And it'll say, on your left is a microwave. On your right is a pressure cooker. Oh, and the packages in front of you, on the left is a packet for pudding. On the right is a packet for noodles. Oh, that's a bag of cookies. This is fantastic.
That's amazing.
So this is for people with low vision. This is for blind users. But I have a funny feeling for all of us as we get older, we all join the low vision community. This is something that's going to be useful to everyone.
Yeah. It's that. See, there it is. AI for good. AI for good. Chris Abel, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on the socials at Real Chris Abel. That's KrisAbel. Or you can go to my website, chrisabel.com, for everything.
Chris, thank you so much for taking the time. We'll chat again very soon.
Oh, looking forward to it. Thank you.